Work, the kids, life, all that makes dinner time a challenge. Our next guest has some great meal solutions for you. Let's welcome Kym Gabler from Saucy Bofa to the table.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I'm excited to be here.
Hi. We are so excited to have you. Number one, you're bringing us food, which we always love. And number two, you've been a dear friend and neighbor over the years for Stace and I. So it's so fun to have like new business and friendship together.
And it was so long ago, like when we knew each other. Like I feel like a decade. And then we run into each other and cross paths again.
I know. Because it's a small town, right?
And then you have Saucy Bofa. Let's start with the name.
Right.
That is a
Tell
cool
us
name.
a little bit about you, what you're living, and then yes, about this.
Okay, so I live in Mapleton now. So I did live in Spanish for a long time. And I have got 4 kids. I love fitness, health, adventure, travel. And so when I was a single mom, after I moved from Spanish Fork, and I just thought, well, I don't want to work and leave the kids, but I do want to do something, and what can I do? I love food, and I like to do things for people. Like, I really do like a service type thing. So I thought I can just help kind of shop. My daughter was in high school and dance and was driving, and so I thought she can help me. So that's kind of how we started kind of coming up with the idea. We didn't, at the time, there were no meal prep things out there. You know, there were some freezer things that we kind of heard of, and I thought,
but nothing
well,
real local like that.
Yeah, nothing
right?
local, and I'm like, I don't want to freeze my food. I want fresh vegetables and healthy things, but simple also. And then the name, so I ride motorcycles, and I love to go to tiny little towns, and I love the diners with the fun names. If it has a fun name, don't you just want to go?
Yeah,
you just
you're intrigued. What is this about?
I've got to go check out this fun name little cafe or diner.
Okay.
And so I was just with the kids, you know, we kind of did it together. It's like, what's fun? And we're like, saucy. I'm like, saucy just sounds fun. And I go, when did a monster? I'm like, a monster. And we were reading a Dr. Seuss book, and there's a bofa in the sofa. And I'm like, ooh, a saucy bofa.
Oh, I love it.
Come together.
Bofa in the sofa.
Bofa in the sofa from Dr. Seuss one night, and I'm like, oh, that could be our monster, because Bofa just sounds like a monster. And I had this cute girl do my logo for me, and I'm like, I need a cute monster, but it's got to be a cute monster. And so she did a good job and came up with
Adorable. Little kitchen utensils.
I cook with chopsticks.
Yeah.
So that's how I cook. So he had to have chopsticks, and
I love it.
So tell me, because I never really talked to you too much about your process. What is this?
Okay, so we do 3 meals a week, and they're for servings of 2, 4, and 8, and I do weigh everything out. So I kind of just looked up, like, what's the proportion size, you know, when I was starting it, what's the proportion, what's the right weight, kind of the right amount of food. And so we do weigh everything. So I can kind of show you how we package it.
Yes.
Are we eating that?
I know. Yeah, and I have a sample. I'll show you how it's packaged, because I actually don't cook. So this meal, this is our Halloween. I'll scoot him. I'll scoot him right here.
Well, that's interesting that you don't cook. So
I do. Well, this is nice because this is so you can take it home if you have kids. But if not, there's I have a lot of the young marrieds that order. I have some of the older couples that order. They don't have to shop. They can just make a simple meal that's they don't have to cook. But I have my kids cook for me, because why not? Right? So I do make the rice just because I thought it's easy for me to make rice. Part Asian, like rice. I do cook the rice. So this is this is our Halloween meal. I actually make this meal once a year. It's a little hard, but so that's why I do it once a year. So this is kind of how it's packaged. So you'll get your pieces. So this is weighed, so you've got like a pound of veggies. So usually I have about a pound of veggies. The protein I do between 1 pound to 1.5 pounds. It depends on the recipe, because sometimes the stir fry doesn't need a full pound, and so we kind of mix it up for that. So here's your meat, and like this is chopped. So this is cut. Chicken is the worst thing. I use gloves.
I hate it.
You just have to dump your bag out. So you don't have to touch your chicken.
I love you.
Okay, and this is fun. It's Halloween rice, so I do mix it with black once a year thing. So this is like, it's kind of a Thai dish. So it's tons of, these are kind of, it's a little harder, but it's roasted like cumin and coriander seeds. And
but everything's already done?
So I've roasted your seeds. I've blended up all of your spices. I've blended in with spinach to make it green for Halloween. Coconut milk and fresh lime juice is in the sauce. And so that's all in there. So that's what's nice. You don't have to make your sauces. So we do a lot of homemade sauces, which did match our name, Saucy Bofa, which was nice.
Yeah.
Not on purpose, but they were like, oh, we really do have really good sauces. And so this, you would cook your chicken. You would add your sauce, add the vegetables, and add coconut milk to it, and then it's ready. You're pretty much just, once this is cooked, you're heating this up and you're serving it over the steamed rice. And you would just steam this in the bag. I just put a little water. And so that's how simple. But then you can just tell your kids, hey, we've got this great meal. You don't even have to tell them you ordered it if you don't want to.
Do you see my mouth? I'm like,
this
wow.
This is my cooking language.
Because you've prepped everything and you're giving the recipe.
And I give, so their instructions are right there.
This is like my kind of meal.
So your instructions are right there. Or like I was teaching cooking classes kind of a few years ago, but I was teaching 8 to 10-year-olds, and then I would send them home. I'd have them actually cut this. They could cook this. I mean, like,
oh yeah,
you've simplified it.
Right.
Husbands, like, the favorite is my dad's. They're like, hey guys, look what Dad brought to the table tonight. You know, and they're excited because they're like, I made up this whole recipe, kids.
Right.
Yeah.
You can feel like,
but you've simplified it so that it feels homemade, but you've done a lot of the work for us.
Yes.
So then what about the process of, do we come and pick it up from you? Do you deliver?
Right,
you said you do it 3 times a week?
I do 3 meals a week.
3 meals.
So you get 3 choices. Right now, since I am in Mapleton, I do deliver to Mapleton. I do a chunk of Spanish Fork kind of through the high school and over like
Maple Mountain High School,
Maple
East
Mountain,
side.
and then East Side, and then the same for Springville, kind of towards Springville High School. I have a new commercial kitchen that I'm almost there to have completely opened, and then for people who, I'll try to do most of Spanish Fork and then most of Springville because my kitchen is kind of on the freeway off the Cracker Barrel exit. And then for those
when you say you have a commercial kitchen, you don't mean like in your house?
No, like a full 1,000 square foot commercial kitchen. So that's been the process, going from friends and neighbors and word of mouth to, okay, I need to
do it bigger. So we can come and pick that up.
So yeah, then you can pick it up if you're not in my delivery area.
Okay.
So I'll just have someone there like at a set hours. We'll probably just do a set hours, 2 hours, you know, on a Wednesday when I'm done, and I'll have commercial fridges, and then you can just come pick it up.
Awesome.
So what's the ordering process? Yes.
Okay, so my website is saucybofa.com.
Okay.
And I also have the Instagram, which is Saucy Bofa on Instagram. And my order menu comes out usually on Friday. I'm trying to be better since I have the kitchen and I have to be a little bit more business to have the menu there. So once it closes on Monday, the new one will come up. But right now, if it says out of stock, the menu's just not out yet. So we order, the menu comes out on Friday. You can order through the weekends. They're due Mondays by 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we deliver on Wednesdays between 4 to 7 is the range that I put for that.
Okay.
Which I think is great. Like 3 meals a week is nice. Enough for leftovers or crazy nights.
Yeah, and even the servings of 4, like sometimes when I do soups, it's usually 6. Like I usually have leftovers. It's nice too because you probably want to do an Asian meal or a Thai meal, or this is a Greek orzo bowl.
I was just going to ask
this is chicken. Yeah, so this is just one that I made up just because I thought it would be a good sample to eat. It's got feta cheese, Kalamata olives, but we do Greek, we do,
so good.
and then we'll do more comfort foods. We do soups, but it's nice because I think you get a variety of foods. I've tried foods that I don't think I normally would have cooked for my kids because I cook the same things. And so then kids get a variety, and kids, like, I get comments on the olives. My kids have never had a Kalamata olive. Now they love them. Or feta cheese, or an Asian dish.
This whole meal is just
or
yummy.
A curry. So, and it's been fun. I've done some Indian foods, Mediterranean foods, and it's just kind of fun that you get a variety and you don't have to have all of your spices and seasonings in your cabinet.
I love
because
all
I'll
of it.
just do the work for you.
I do too.
How did we not know this before?
It's like a HelloFresh, but like local and fresher.
And chopped.
And chopped. Yes.
Oh my
all
gosh.
those, I'm like, they say 25 minutes, but I'm just chopping and trying to
And
do
then you have
5
to touch
pans.
the meat. For the most part, I try to make it easy so you don't have to touch the meat.
So
I love that.
going back, you offer 3 different recipes.
Yes.
I can order just one,
You can
but
just
I
order
could
one.
order all 3.
Yes.
Or
And
I
you
could order
for a
3 of
serving
1.
Yes, or a serving of 2. Or if you're going to have a party, like I'm having a Halloween party, so I'm doing a turkey pumpkin chili soup. I'm going to order a serving of 16.
Multiple.
And it's all prepped for my party. So you can do that too.
Kim, I love you. And this is delicious.
I love you too,
Absolutely
and
divine.
I don't even know you.
Really know you. Yeah. So what's been one of your favorite things about running this business?
Honestly, I love that I make people happy because the comments I get are just like, oh, you've made my life easier. I can come home from work and I don't have to plan. I don't have to shop. I don't have to chop things, or else my husband was able to make dinner for me when I was at work, or I don't have to think of what can I make for dinner tonight.
And
yeah,
it's fresh
I really
and
love
healthy.
that too.
Yes.
And fresh and healthy.
Yes, so good.
Yeah. And sometimes we're so busy, but we want to give our people good foods.
Yes.
Or myself, not even my people,
yes,
just me.
Me and Rhett.
Yeah.
Well,
Those
now
are our
we know.
people. Yes.
Kim, I love it. So are you up and going then, like right now?
Yes,
or,
we are up. You can go to the website. Everything's on there, and then I'll just transfer to the kitchen, but it doesn't really change.
Saucy Bofa. Saucy Bofa.
We'll never go hungry
the
again.
name. No,
Thanks,
love
Kim.
it. Thank you.